I'm going to probably have to read this and not look at him so I don't cry. Dear Jade, I know you're probably already thinking about the evening that awaits you, but I would like you to pause for a moment and listen to the words I have to say, even though I'm sure you will be a bit embarrassed that all your friends are here having to listen to it too. I've been thinking about this day for years, wondering how I could possibly get through my speech without ending up in a puddle of tears. Here it goes. First of all, I want to know that you've given me the most wonderful birthday gift a mom could ever hope for by becoming the kind, loving, and truly thoughtful son that you are. Becoming your mom 13 years ago today was the greatest gift I could have ever hoped for, even though the neonatal nurse sent me on my way with my newborn and a comment that I will never forget. As you screamed and screamed and screamed, she said to me with a smile and a wink, "Good luck with this one." He must, and these are her words, he must have a pistol up his you-know-what, because I can't even settle him, and I've been doing this for 25 years. Those are not the words a first-time mom wants to hear. But if she could only see you now, she would be quite happy. Watching you tonight up on the bema in front of our family and friends made me especially proud. Thank you for taking the task presented to you seriously and for being conscientious and committed to getting the job done. I am amazed that you found enough time to study your Hebrew between soccer practice and games, not to mention the excitement of a new school, new friends, old friends, stellar first quarter grades, and all of the other crazy adventures 7th grade has to offer. But most importantly, thank you for doing it all with a smile and an incredibly positive attitude. Your commitment and hard work that you have devoted to all areas of your busy life does not go unnoticed. However, your bar mitzvah tonight is only one tiny little blip in your life. And although it was really rewarding seeing you up on the bema tonight, it is my day-to-day relationship with you that makes me so lucky and proud to be your mom. I am proud of you because you are devoted to your family. I am proud of you because you are kind and caring to Julia. I love when you find time to help them when they need it, even when you're busy with your own work. I am proud of you because you are passionately committed to your soccer team, loyal to your friends, both old and new, and incredibly conscientious about your schoolwork. I remember just last week when we were studying for a big history test, and you asked me if I could help quiz you. And I said, sure. Unfortunately, I wasn't much help. I fell asleep within 5 minutes, and Dad took over, and he also was asleep within 5 minutes. When I woke up an hour or so later, I found you studying in your room, doing what you needed to do to prepare for your test. I quietly left you alone, walked down the hall with a smile on my face, and went straight to bed. I had no idea how long you were up studying. I also love that you appreciate the wonderful opportunities that you have in front of you, and I can honestly say that I don't feel that you take a single one of these opportunities for granted. Most importantly, I want you to know how proud I am of you every single day of the year. I want to share with our family and friends some words of advice that Jaden actually gave me on February 16, 2009. I remember the day clearly. I was sitting at the computer, and you pulled up a chair, and you started sharing your ideas on what you believe the keys to staying young are. Seeing in your strength of character, your love of the outdoors, who do you think taught me how to clean a trout? Your athletic ability. At 6'7", your grandpa was a skilled basketball player, and had I not been born 43 years ago, on his way to being a professional golfer. And most importantly, your kind and gentle nature. I want to remind you and share a special story that happened 10 years ago that I'll never forget. You were almost 3 years old, and we were in the kitchen of our house on Sunshine Terrace. You looked out the glass doors in the kitchen in our backyard, and you asked me, in such a matter-of-fact way, "Mommy, who is the big man sitting in the tree?" You pointed to our tree in the backyard and asked me again who the big man in the tree was. I truly believe your Grandpa Jack was just checking in to see how you were doing, and he was wanting to marvel at his first grandson. here with us tonight celebrating in his own special way, and I know he is also proud of the wonderful young man you've become. Even though you've accomplished a lot in your 13 years, what matters most to me in the years to come is that you work towards creating a happy and fulfilling life for yourself. I believe if you continue to make smart choices and surround yourself with people who truly love and care for you, you will be blessed with a wonderful life. My greatest wish for you, Jaden, is that you're proud of yourself and everything you do. Congratulations, Jaden. I love you more than these words or this speech will ever say.
Jaden, when you first started studying for your bar mitzvah, I told you that if you ever forget your Torah portion or any of your lines, just start singing the UCLA fight song and everything will be okay. As much as I love hearing the UCLA fight song, I'm happy that you did not have to resort to singing it this afternoon. You did an awesome job, and I'm very proud of you. Time has flown by so quickly. I can't believe that 30 years have passed since I had my bar mitzvah here at Stephen Weiss Temple with Cantor Lamb, who was also the cantor at Mom's and my wedding. Jaden, it seems like you were born just yesterday. As a young child, you loved playing, and we spent a lot of time outside and at the park. You also enjoyed sports, and it was very fun for me to chase you around and rewarding to coach you and your friends. You had the undivided attention of Mom and me for about 2 years, until Jeremy arrived on the scene. At which point, you learned the art of sharing, and then you learned to share some more when Julia came along about 5 years later. Although you guys are still working on mastering the art of sharing, I can say that you have been a wonderful and caring good brother to Jeremy and Julia. As you grew older, I continued to enjoy being part of your achievements. You loved playing sports, you were very interested in science and in how things worked. You enjoyed building things like the Mayflower ship that we built out of plywood and 2x4s for your preschool at Del Ariel Temple. When you started at Norman School in Room 1, I wasn't sure what to expect, but you took off running in great stride and never looked back. You did well in your studies, you made great friends, and you helped bring back many track, basketball, and soccer trophies to Merman School. I remember that when you turned 6, I thought about how approximately a third of the time that you would be at home before you would go to college had already passed. As you now turn 13, it makes me a bit sad to think that 2/3 of the time that you are at home before you go to college has passed. But it makes me happy to think that for the next 6 years, while you are at home, and forever after that, we will continue to do the things together that we love to do so much, like riding bikes, playing tennis and golf, swimming, going fishing, playing board games and video games, talking about sports or the news, going to the beach, boogie boarding, snowboarding, taking Romeo on walks, going to UCLA basketball games, watching movies, having parties at our house, and many, many more fun activities. I've loved doing them all with you, and I look forward to doing the same things with you and your kids someday too. I've also enjoyed spending quality time together with you at Temple. During the recent high holidays, there were some important readings that we learned about which are very relevant to what we do every day. The following specific quotes stuck with me. Judaism teaches us that we are free, not free to do anything we want, for we have obligations to others, nor free to be anyone we wish, for we are influenced by others, but free to choose a dozen times a day how we shall react to life's challenges, and in this small way to mold ourselves to become better than we are. You have worked hard and made good choices, and you have molded yourself into the responsible young man you are today. You know that perseverance pays off, and you have been rewarded for your diligence. Your goals have also remained in focus. Mom and I did not have plans for you to leave Merman School for a few more years, but you knew what you wanted to do, and you worked hard and were accepted to Harvard Westlake. Although I thought you'd be too busy with soccer and school and your bar mitzvah to take on any new activities, you volunteered to become a school ambassador to give tours of your new school to prospective students and their families. You also elected to enroll in beginning band to learn how to read music and play the trombone. We tried to instill in you various traits and skills, which are important in Judaism as well as generally in life. On many occasions, you've demonstrated these valuable skills, such as learning the difference between right and wrong, and generally doing what is right, like when you found a $20 bill on the floor of a restaurant when we were in Albuquerque, and you handed it in to the cashier. doing good deeds and helping others, like your commitment to the VIP soccer program, embracing new opportunities, like the ambassador and band programs at your new school, being confident in your abilities and always shooting for the stars while maintaining balance and keeping things in perspective, like your attitude towards school and soccer. As we stand here with you today, we are, in a sense, handing you the keys to adulthood, but not so fast. I know that you know that with most benefits come responsibilities. Throughout your years of religious school, and by studying for your bar mitzvah, you have shown that you are dedicated and willing to embrace the teachings of Judaism. Even last Sunday, when you had a hectic schedule with soccer, Mission Viejo, and Mitzvah Day to help others scheduled here at Temple, I told you that you did not need to go to Mitzvah Day if our schedule was too stressful. You told me that you did not want to miss the day, even if we could not stay for the whole time. And you also gave some of your own gift cards as donations to a women's shelter. Thank you for being so caring, conscientious, and generous. May you continue to progress on the path that you are on, and may you continue to make good choices. I will always be there for you to help guide you as you mature. I want you to know how special you are and how very lucky and proud I am to be your father.